UKIP chairman Caroline Hingston explained she would be very upset if the UK failed to leave the EU at the end of March, as she believes the nation has waited long enough. Theresa May has argued throughout her Brexit negotiations the UK would be leaving the bloc by the March deadline regardless whether it had a deal. But at this late stage in the Brexit process, that eventuality has become uncertain. Even if there was no deal with the EU, I would still be in favour of leaving. Caroline Hingston, appearing on BBC's The World Tonight, the UKIP member said, "The EU have the upper hand. This is because they have so many people here in the UK who are elected representatives in Parliament who have been tripping over to Brussels and having private conversations. They have become anti-British and anti-democratic in their behaviour and attitude towards that vote on June 2016. I would be very upset if we hear that we are not leaving on the 29th of March, because we have waited long enough." Caroline Hingston has argued that the UK has waited long enough to leave the EU. Image, Daily Echo, Getty. Even if there was no deal with the EU, I would still be in favour of leaving. Despite May's historic loss in her initial Brexit withdrawal agreement, she has maintained the UK is still leaving the EU on March 29 with or without a deal. However, members of Parliament have made clear their disdain for a no-deal Brexit, citing that they believe it to be falling off a cliff edge. In the last few weeks, Theresa May has weakened her stance and announced MPs would have an opportunity to vote on her deal again, no-deal Brexit, or extending Article 50. Brexiteers have emphasised that if Mrs May's deal fails, the UK should simply leave the EU without a deal, not consider other options such as an extension of the UK's EU membership, general election, or second referendum. Brexiteer MPs and Leave supporters have argued that extending Article 50 is only another step towards delaying and stopping Brexit.